There's a very big electronics show in Vegas this week, but I'm not in Vegas and neither are you. So today we're going to examine technology through the eyes of a person who got food poisoning.
Welcome to the Gradual Report, where we gradually report.
I went to the hospital because I had pains in my stomach. And the doctor comes in and he says,
Daniel, I'm gonna have to perform a rectal and testicular exam before we proceed.
rectal and testicular. You just throw that out there like it's normal. And if I refuse?
Yeah, it's a procedure that we do when someone has a stomach ache.
We've made leaps and strides in the technology of medical science, haven't we, doctor?
You barbarian!
I should say this, though. He was very gentle. What I thought was his watch was actually just a ring around his finger. Long story short, the testicular and rectal exam showed nothing, so it was X-ray time. But the thing about X-raying your stomach is you have to fill it, so every 15 minutes. I drink about 7 of these, full of cardboard tasting water. 45 minutes in, I had to go wee-wee.
So I asked the doc, I go, Doc, where's your bathroom? The doc's like, oh, it's right down there down the hall. Enjoy.
It's a little room with a door, and I start urinating. I don't know, it was vertigo set in. I then started to throw up. Now when you're throwing up and urinating at the same time, there's this pressure that builds in your abdomen which pushes. And well, spray would be too weak a word. It was more like a jettison of poo. And at that moment, I started to cry. You have to have a good cry to heal, and I just needed healing. I was crying, peeing, pooing, and throwing up, all at the same time. Needless to say, my aim was somewhat compromised by the barrage of tasks I was performing. When I'd gone in, it looked like a clean bathroom. And when I came out, it looked as though someone had chased a rabid goat around wearing shit moccasins. Final summation, in technology, like many things in life, quality tends to suffer when you increase the tasks you're performing. One thing that can do 2 things usually sucks at both, but it's still better than buying the one thing that sucks at being the one thing. Case in point, I regularly miss the toilet when I urinate. I can't help it. I've got a really heavy flow. It just surprises me. It's like a fire hose. I can't control it. Nozzle Project report update from the Man in the Mask. Hi, I'm the Man in the Mask. You may remember me from such films as Pedophilia's Okay, Uncle Jim Can Keep a Secret. Can you? I just want everyone to know that I personally, the Man in the Mask, is donating 250 of my hard-earned cash money dollars to ensure the success of the Nozzle Project. Danny has assured me he will purchase the plane ticket which he will need to get to Washington, D.C. That puts him in Washington, D.C., but it doesn't put a nozzle in his hand. Buy a nozzle. So he's not standing in Washington, D.C., waiting to berate the president with just his